Hello, hello, hello. I am coming to you today. Let me stop talking like that. Hi, guys. I wanted to come on for my crafters and talk about t-shirt transfer, okay? Because I know for the new users that to the cutting machines that sometimes you get confused on the difference between t-shirt transfer and heat transfer, okay? Vinyl, heat transfer vinyl, HTV. So anytime you hear HTV, it's heat transfer vinyl. Okay. Heat transfer vinyl, you cannot print on it. Okay. So when you have those beautiful pictures with all those vibrant colors, don't even think heat transfer vinyl because you cannot print to heat transfer vinyl. Okay. But you can print on transfer paper or t-shirt transfers. It's not, I guess they call it paper, t-shirt transfers. All right, so this is what I normally use. This is Pen and Gear. I get it at Walmart. I am going to start trying some of the brands from Amazon because I very seldom do light t-shirt transfers. So I have a lot of light t-shirt transfer because I very seldom use it. So this comes with 15 sheets, but it has 5 of dark and 10 of light. Give me 10 dark. Can I order it like at Church's Chicken? Uh, you know. Can I get a 10 piece of dark? Sorry. I'm so sorry. One thing y'all gonna learn about me is I love to laugh, okay? But it comes with 15 sheets, Pen and Gear. I bought this at Walmart. It was like $9 and something, but I would much rather have all dark, okay, than the light because I never use it, okay? Very rare. So I wanted to talk to you about the differences in transfer, okay? So when you get your fabric transfers, when you buy this, and you can also get Avery. I haven't used Avery in a long time. I hear some people complain about Pen and Gear. I hear some people complain about Avery. I think that's just the way of the world. People are going to find something to complain about one way or the other, and sometimes it's because lack of knowledge about using a product. So educate yourself and find out for yourself what works best. Don't just take word of mouth because their experience may not be your experience. That's what I've learned in my 5 years of crafting. That being said, let's get back to transfers. Okay, so like I said, this packet comes with 15 sheets, 10 light for light colored t-shirts and 5 dark for dark colored t-shirts. It's going to have two separate things of instructions. As you can see here, one is going to be for your white or light fabric, and then one is going to be for your dark fabric. So don't confuse them, okay? Do not confuse them. Now, in the packet, it's going to have the dark instructions and then the dark sheets right behind it, and then it'll have the light with the light sheets behind it. It's also going to come with 2 silicone sheets. And I've struggled in the past with just calling this, I don't know what they call it. But I finally sat down and read the instructions, and it's called a silicone sheet. So you want to take the silicone sheet and you put this on top of your transfer sheet when you're ironing it on. Okay. So don't just take this and throw it in the garbage. It's not just packaging. This is a silicone sheet that is to protect your transfer as you're ironing it on. So you'll have your silicone sheet, and then you'll have your transfer, and then you will iron it on, and you'll be ironing on top of the silicone sheet. Okay. That being said, there's also another indication should your sheets get mixed up and you're confused about, oh my God, I don't know which sheet is what. So normally, and I'm speaking for Pen and Gear and Avery because those are the two that I've used, and it's somewhat similar in this design. but normally your light transfer sheets are red. They have a red line, and you may be able to see that, you may not be able to, but it has a red line going down the back. So if you get your sheets mixed up, the red is for light, and then I think you can kind of see it a little bit better on these, hopefully. And then your dark is blue. So I'm going to show you the dark. So you see that blue line? So I'm going to hold it up. Let me see if I hold them up all together here, if you can get the red a little bit better. I was able to get you to see the blue better. So let's see if you can see the red now. So you should be able to see two little very light streaks of red going down. So red lines indicate light T-shirt transfers, and then the blue lines are for your dark T-shirt transfers. So if your packet gets mixed up, that's how you tell the difference between which one is light and which one is dark. You can't just say, oh, 10 sheets are for the light and 5 sheets are for the dark, because from the front, it's just going to be, they look the same, just like a blank piece of paper, but the back is what's going to be the indicator, okay? So now I'm going to talk to you about the process for when you're designing in Cricut Design Space, what process you want to follow when it comes to mirror or not to mirror. All right, so I'm going to put all my stuff back in because I think I've helped you understand the difference between dark and light and your silicone sheet. So don't throw that silicone sheet in the trash because it serves a purpose, okay? Please use your silicone sheets. It helps to protect your iron from the transfer, okay? So you put the iron transfer sheet and then your iron silicone and then your transfer sheet, okay? Now, when you are designing Cricut Design Space and you get to the, you click on Make It, you have the option on the left-hand side to mirror or not to mirror, okay? So for the light colors, you will mirror, okay? Why do you mirror for the light? You mirror for the light because the light does not have a backing that you pull off, okay? You do not pull off anything on the light color transfer sheets, okay? And that is because when you mirror, once you mirror it, it's going to be in the reverse so that you're going to lay the image face down onto your t-shirt. The image will be face down on your t-shirt. You'll put the silicone sheet on top and then you will iron, okay? You do want to apply pressure if you're using an iron. Also, if you're using an iron, you cannot iron directly on top of your ironing board, okay? So you need to put a piece of wood. You can go to like Lowe's or Home Depot and get you like just a little cheap piece of wood that you can lay on top of your ironing board and then put like a pillowcase or a sheet on top of that and then put your t-shirt down. So if you've tried ironing on top of an ironing board and you've had problems with, trying to cover up my boobies here, and you've had problems with your transfer taking forever or not transferring at all, is because you're ironing directly on top of an ironing board. Cannot be done, okay? Should not be done. So you have to put a piece of wood on top of the ironing board. Now, if you have a heat press, then you want to follow the instructions in your heat press. I have a heat press, never use it. Maybe when I get more set up for, you know, a real craft room, then I'll use it more. I've probably used it maybe 4 or 5 times, if that, and I've had it like 3 years. Maybe 2, maybe 3, I don't know. It's collecting dust because I never use it. Okay, so back to the t-shirt transfer. So if you're using a heat press, follow the instructions for your heat press. If you don't have the instructions anymore, Google what type of heat press you have and look for the instructions, because all heat presses don't work the same. and their instructions may be different. So some may tell you the pressure needs to be at 360 for 30 seconds. Some may say 375 for 15 seconds, but you need the instructions for your heat press. Okay. And then I don't have an easy press. Don't think I'll be buying one because my little $12 iron from Walmart works perfectly. Okay. So yeah, follow the instructions for your easy press. I don't know how to use the easy press, so I'm not gonna sit here and try to tell you how to use it. Don't have one, not gonna buy one, but you can always Google it and you can always look at your instructions. But there's lots of people out there that use the easy press that will show you in video tutorials. Dark t-shirt transfer. You do not mirror. You don't mirror on the dark t-shirt transfer because you peel the backing off on the dark t-shirt transfers. So after you have your image printed out, you're going to turn it around, and this is not dark t-shirt transfer, but you're going to turn it around and you're going to do your best and peel the backing off. That backing that has the two blue lines for the dark t-shirt, you're going to peel that backing off after you have printed your image on your t-shirt transfer. Okay, you're going to peel that backing off. Once you peel the backing off, you're going to lay it down on your t-shirt like this with the image facing you. Okay, the image will be facing you. You put your silicone sheet down on top of it, and then you iron it on. So that's the difference between ironing on light transfer versus dark transfer. Okay. Um, so I wanted to put that out there because I see a lot of questions about transfers and not really knowing when to mirror and when not to mirror. Okay. So you want to think red lines, that's light, mirror. Blue lines, that's dark, don't mirror. Okay. Use that silicone sheet. Do not throw it in the trash. It's not a part of packaging. It is a silicone sheet that is used to protect your iron from the transfer and to keep your transfer from being distorted and your iron from being ruined, because that is like a plastic um, transfer, fabric transfer that's going to end up on your iron. So you don't want that. So use that silicone sheet. Don't throw them away. I have plenty of silicone sheets because you never know. Some packaging may end up, maybe they made a mistake putting your packaging together and then put your silicone sheet in there. But use those silicone sheets, okay? Don't throw them away. Even after you've used up all of your transfers, keep your silicone sheets. What else can I tell you about t-shirt transfers? Um, be careful because when you do print and cut, if you're using an SVG, if you're using an SVG file, it's still a cut file, okay? And it will still, your cutting machine is still gonna cut it. So even though it printed out nice and pretty, when you put it in that cutting machine, snippy, 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 snippy. So eyes, nose, the mouth, all this, it's gonna cut it out, okay? So make sure you're using the appropriate file types based on what you're trying to do. An SVG file is a scalable vector graphic. It is a cut file, okay? Normally when you export, normally when you upload a font, not font, but an image to your computer, you have to extract it. And when you extract it, based on how the SVG was made, normally you get 3 files in there, sometimes 4, but definitely you should have a JPG, a PNG, and an SVG, okay, in that file. So your JPG, that's the JPEG, it's going to have a background to it. So it's going to have your image and then it'll have more than likely a white background, okay. Your PNG, it normally does not have a background to it, okay? But that's normally the file that you want to use when you don't want it to cut all up. But be careful because, again, depending on how that image was made, sometimes it may have a few cut marks inside of the image. So be careful there. If you definitely want to ensure no cut marks and that it's going to cut around the image and not all in the face and everything, then use the JPG and then remove the background inside Cricut Design Space. But if you're looking for a cut file, then go with your SVG, the scalable vector graphic. If you want it to cut it, then go with the the SVG. I think that's all I want to tell you. And I want to keep this video short. So I want to put that out there mainly to talk about fabric transfers. This is Pen and Gear. Bought it at Walmart for like almost $10. It was $9 and some change. And it comes with 15 sheets, 10 light, 5 dark. But I am going to start checking out Amazon because I would like to, just order dark t-shirt transfer. I don't want all this light because I never do light shirts unless I'm doing like onesies for the little babies. I normally do. All right. And I also want to tell you guys that when our group reaches 500, I'm going to be doing a nice giveaway to someone in the group, but that's only when we reach 500. Okay. So 500 group members. So start sharing about our group. Tell people how great we are because we're great in this group. Okay. But when we get to 500, that's when I'm going to start doing giveaways and stuff like that in the group. And we're getting there. I want to thank you all so much for being a part of my Facebook group, Candoris's Cricut and Creative Crafters. And I named my group Candoris's Cricut and Creative Crafters because it's not just about me. It's about us. And that's why I put and creative crafters. Okay. So don't think because I post a lot in the group. I'm posting a lot in the group because I'm trying to help new people and some of the older people that's been crafting for a while but haven't ventured out to try other things. So I post a lot to help educate. And I hope that's what you guys take from it. Okay. I wanted my group to be more about helping people learn how to craft. Okay, so I post a lot of stuff. I post how I did things. I post a lot of tutorials. I answer a lot of questions because I never want anyone to be in my group and feel like, it's just about show and tell. I've seen some craft groups out there that are like thousands and thousands of members, and you can post something in the group and it may get 2 likes. Okay, you can post something in the group and ask a question and you didn't like something that somebody you just like something someone posted, you ask a question and they're like, I'm not trying to help you. I don't want that to be my group. So if you ever feel like you're not getting the help that you need in this group, let me know. I'm always asking questions about what can I do a tutorial on to help you guys. I try to educate on what I know. If I don't know that process, then I'll tell you I don't know. And if I know someone in the group that does certain things that you do, I'll reach out to them first and ask if they're okay with me asking someone for their assistance or their knowledge. Okay. But I will never just say contact, Cheryl or, contact Angela or contact Sheila or contact Victoria or Valerie. I'm going to speak with those people first and make sure it's okay for me to ask, send someone their way for help. But don't feel like you don't get your answers in here. And if you don't get the answer, if you get an answer you don't like, I'm sorry. I'm just trying to give you based on my experience or, another group member's experience, what we've learned. Okay. Because I don't mind testing stuff. You guys know I've messed up on a lot of tutorials and Facebook Lives. Jesus. So I don't mind sharing and helping to help you. Okay, so that's why my group is called Candoris's Cricut and Creative Crafters because it's not about me, it's about us and all of us being great. It's enough money for all of us, guys. We don't have to, feel like we can't share our information. The sad part is people feeling like you're going to steal their stuff. I don't need to steal your stuff because just like you made it, guess what? I can too. Okay. All right, guys, that's it. Have a great day. And as always, my motto, and I know you guys hate hearing this, but it is each one, reach one so that each one can teach one. Okay. All right, guys, have a great day. It's going to be a great weekend. I just know it. I'm about to go to sleep. Peace.